see from a design standpoint, it's an asset to have users. And the existing assets and services that are in place become a springboard to ask why, right? And to ask the right questions and insight that might show light and show some workflows that are not obvious or some reasons behind why things became the way that just building a new system from scratch might have forgotten. And usually it's these human and social whys that make the success or failure of a project. So I think in this case, having existing systems has really allowed us to poke down into why things are the way they are. Get more wisdom.
A common question would be, what resistance are you encountering?
None. I mean, I think that since there is a collaboration with the users and the stakeholders, I think everybody's going in the same direction. So I think it's a very enjoyable process. And one of the good things about having existing systems helps you clarify who are the stakeholders that really need to be satisfied. And working with Brandy and Liz and the whole team here has been really good to be able to put priorities in a clear sequence and just hammer them one by one. So, there is I'm going to show a very basic set of things here. First of all, one of the lessons that we had working with Wanda versus other users of these resource mapping tools is that here there was much more emphasis on the structure of the data, while other users in other ministries typically had more emphasis on operational data and less about the structure of it. So we've been reworking the UI to accommodate both sets of users, and so pardon with me, there's places where things look a bit quirky yet. So what we have is a first set of imports. If I can remember example places where we've been working. Here, anime, for example. We're basically creating an environment where maintaining the data is simple. There's historical tracking for all the information that gets stored and changed. In the case of, if at any point in time you wanted to start adding stock information on the operational data, you can even get alerts and extrapolations and other tools to help you use that data every day work. Data that isn't used gets stale, and stale data never gets used. So it's very important for these registries to keep in the cycle of being current and useful for everyday work, so that people can continue to depend on them, and therefore the data quality will stay high. Let's see. There's many changes that are dynamically being added to the data in terms of what information should we keep. The one that has these forms that track the basic information of each facility. But as time goes by, that will change itself. So we're making sure that the schemas and the forms that people need to fill out to maintain this information in themselves allow for flexibility and modularity. For example, you could have one set of variables that are related to performance-based financing, and you only want to have some user to access that. You might have other variables regarding services, and you have a broader set of users maybe accessing and reading them. You could even have subsets of the fields and information exposed and embedded map or list in the Ministry of Health website to the broad public. So having this fine-grained management of the permissions is important to keep the data current. Let's see. Moving on. I told you we should. The moment that we said demo, the wireless broke.
Yeah, internet toast.
Yeah.